Baltic Brand Talks, a podcast about all things creative and trending. As part of the interview series, What's Up with Baltic Advertising? We get together with colleagues from the Baltic Advertising, Marketing and Creative Associations. Today, let's take a deep dive and find out more about Estonia.
All right. Today we have a very special guest from Estonian Marketing Association. They call it Turundajate Liit, I think. But we will just say TULI, which is the short name of it. And yeah, I'm meeting the head of Estonian Marketing Association, Anniken Haldna, who writes on her LinkedIn profile that she's building a vibrant marketing community at TULI. Is that right?
Well, that is a goal, right? It is definitely something I'm working towards. That is a very old title, I think. I need to renew it, but yeah, this has been my goal, of course.
But I think it's like it works well. It really shows the ambition that it's not just doing event a year or just writing some newsletters, but it's really
active,
kind of having this vibrant and active and engaging community, which I think in Latvia we are lacking a bit.
I'm not part of Latvian community. It's difficult to say, but do you know what TULI actually means?
Not sure.
TULI means fire.
Fire.
We have the coolest brand name.
So TULI, it's a passion. It's a...
Yes. So TULI means fire in Estonian language. And I love it. It's just that it goes together with my LinkedIn title, but it goes together with everything what we do. You just need to be passionate, do things, just be present, be hot, be always present, be always kind of doing things. I think it's a key thing.
And it's a big organization, right? So how, like, if you talk scale, like members, people...
So I joined TULI as a project manager in 2019 and it was 40 members. I became the head of TULI in 2021 and we are just showed signs of growing, and now we went from 40 members to 135 members. So Estonian Marketing Association is a little bit unique. So it's not only agencies who provide services, but it's also the client side. So we have brands, big telcos, big banks, law firms even. Lawyers need to be close to advertisers always. We have all different kinds of agencies. We have, advertising agencies, of course, is the biggest group, media agencies, event agencies.
So you happen to kind of become umbrella organization because I think in many countries, including Latvia, we have separate ones, clubs or separate communities for design studios. We have these design awards, separate entity. Then we have advertising media agencies have their own kind of arm, and then marketing I think doesn't have at the moment anything, but still it's kind of feels like you have merged these kind of relatable industries into one umbrella, which is great, I think.
But we started with like different associations. This was the original idea, was everybody also being separate.
So what happened? Crisis happened? Like how did you join forces?
It was the people who came up with TULI, which was actually a brand which was created in 2018. I think the vision for it was that you cannot make marketing better if you make better agencies or better clients. They need to be in the same organization. It was a mindset that it is not possible to push one and not push the other, or it's not possible to make the collaboration between agencies and brands better if they're not part of the same group. So I think just to have everybody not in different silos, but to have everybody together, that was definitely 100% the motivation behind it. It's that really to make the industry grow and make it better, then everybody has to be under same umbrella. And also Estonia is very small, as you know. Latvia is not that much bigger. So it doesn't make sense to be having let's say you are a member of like one, another. It makes sense that you're part of one, and it provides a lot of like services for you, and a lot of it provides all the community that you need.
I remember how Belgian creative director who once visited Riga with his guest lecture, can't remember the name, but he's the head of agency called Happiness at the moment. And he, like, the quote was, "It's not about how small the country is; it's about how big the ideas are."
Okay, good.
Because I mean, in Belgium is also not the biggest one, and they also have 3 or even 4 languages. So kind of felt like quite relatable to what Baltic advertising feels like.
Feels like the same, yeah.
And they also managed to work with global brands just because they created a couple of fantastic ideas that just went, like we say, viral.
Yeah, exactly.
And then suddenly this small agency from Belgium become kind of most attractive, one of the most creative agencies for brands like Coca-Cola and big guns. So the size, another stat I was super impressed is the number of entries in local advertising festival that also TULI organizes, that is called Kuldmuna.
Yes.
Golden Egg. I mean, 1,100 or close to that number is number of entries.
That is a number of entries. This is definitely the highest number I've kind of heard around with other associations as well. I talked to, for example, a head of association who runs the creativity awards in Norway, and they said they have like 300 submissions. So I'm thinking like Norway is a big country. Like how do we get 400 or 200 only?
I think we have 200, close to 200, like a year, if it's a good year.
Yeah. The first thing I think it's crucial to know is the Golden Egg has a very long history. The first Golden Egg took place in 1998. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, 27 years ago, 28 years ago. So it's the first key thing, it's just doing it long term. And the other thing is, it is not only advertising, it's just one part of it. So I would say Golden Egg has just grown so much because it is just, again, it is like a unison brand to give out awards for best event marketers, best PR agency. So if you look at the final stages of Golden Eggs, we give out Agency of the Year for advertising, Agency of the Year for design, for PR, for event, and also best client. So it's very much of
very inclusive.
Very inclusive. So it looks big, and people are like, "Oh my God, you have so many eggs, so many categories." But you have to really analyze it, how much is under like one umbrella. So so it makes sense that it's kind of grown so big. But yeah, year by year, I would say the categories which are most popular, of course, change. There's been a decline, for example, for TV advertising, which is, you can see it from the, no surprise, right? But there has been
Press is still strong in Estonia?
No.
Also dropping?
A lot.
Because I think Estonia was still pretty strong. Like if you compare to Latvia, Lithuania, where kind of printed newspapers almost non-existent.
So every year we evaluate how many works we got in, and is it like...
Where's the category?
Yeah, where's the category and how it's doing, and is it growing or is it dying out? I remember a couple of years ago, there was a category called banner ads. Or something like very specific, or like...
Did you have AI kind of powered ads this year?
No. AI is we follow the lead by Cannes Lions.
Okay.
So if you submit your work, there's a little box which says, "Have you used AI?"
But it's not on separate kind of...
No. I think it's impossible to disconnect it from our lives. Yeah. But it's good always that there has to be a disclaimer there. Even, the laws and legislations around AI are not fixed. So it's good for us to also know, and also jury to know. So this is not a public information. This is only jury sees that. This is how Cannes Lions has been doing it. Cannes Lions, of course, is struggling right now with AI being maybe too much involved in the competition, but let's see how it goes. Right now we use this honesty box where there's a disclaimer, have you used it or not, but it doesn't give you advantage, it doesn't give you disadvantage.
And regarding festivals, I think there are two kind of mindsets. One mindset is we have to be very critical about how much awards we give out, and we should, really give out only to, some of the, most original, influential work. And their mindset that we have to celebrate almost every work that just stands out and that has kind of extra twist.
Yeah.
And out of that, of course, comes out if you give out 100 awards or you give just 20. And as far as I understand, Estonia is rather into celebrating kind of more work rather than being super critical about it.
I think the categories itself, if you look at the submissions, right, it's all, if you put everything in calculation. So we have, let's say, 1,100 works submitted. The short list is about 350. And we give out free awards per category if the short list allows, right? If the short list is long enough, if they're submitted. But I think people are sometimes too critical. A couple years ago, there was this jury I almost went into conflict with. They said, like, they didn't want to give out golden eggs. And I'm like, how is it possible? These are the, let's say, championships of Estonian. Like, there has to be a gold, a silver, and a bronze. So if you look at the archive of the golden egg, some years it looks like, okay, why there aren't any golden eggs given out? Because people were too critical.
Okay.
So I've also experienced the fact that where people are like really trying to kind of say, oh, this is not a good year, but I'm contradicting and saying like, this is the best we had this year. So it will still, if you're running competition and you're still first, second, and third. And also it's just it looks like, I think it's just like looks a lot, but then the experience to be in it is much different. And I see it when I participate and I overlook the whole competition, is the fact that there's always somebody getting their first egg and being extremely happy about it. And there's always somebody who thinks they're going to get a lot and gets nothing. And so I think that is something, if you really narrow it down, you will see that it feels a lot, and I understand the criticism, and I of course feel also that it's a little bit overwhelming, but you can understand every time there's a negotiation, we should remove something. Somebody feels like, okay, that's going to take away something.
Oh, but I think it's that especially if you want to be very inclusive and people are motivated to participate next year, I think it's definitely more motivating if you feel that it's not like asking for Cannes Lions level of work from small country each year, right? So it's kind of adopts to where you are and what's the scale of our budget levels and so on. But maybe the impression, like whenever I visit Estonian agency, they have this one wall full of eggs. But then again, if it's 27 years in track record, it's you can even if you win just a couple of ones a year,
it does look a lot.
It might get busy.
Yeah, but there's a different thing. Also, I want to add one more thing, which is very crucial to know about golden eggs, is the amount of unique people who are, or unique agencies or unique, let's say, clients who submit your work. So because clients now are submitting their own work if they have in-house team. A couple of years ago, Bolt was the client of the year. They were their own. They were in-house team, plus they used advertising and event agencies who also give them points, right? But it's important to know that it's like we have almost 200 like unique
companies.
200 is a lot. Fantastic. So if you look at the agency walls, there's also not all 200 are getting the awards, right? So I think that is, to me, that is the most important KPI, because creativity and advertising, if it's not a club, it's not something we want to keep it kind of elite, right? So the more submissions by I don't know, and not-for-profit organization, museum from South freelancers wanting that kind of grows the brand, I think, in the right direction. If it's 20 agencies submitting 20, it is not, to me, a win. It's a win if at least that number of unique. And this is I think for me it's the most important for the competition, to have a lot of unique people who are submitting their entries.
And one on the issues I know also you've been facing, and I think we would also have a challenge, is that how do you define yourself? Because we are doing integrated campaigns which contain PR element, which contain digital content element, which contain advertising element, and which contain event. So if you try to kind of define, and there is a one agency per category, then it might be the case that you are not winning in any of those specifically, but actually you might be the biggest overall.
Exactly.
Because the borders are, I think, among digital content, PR, advertising, they are kind of dismantling. Everybody is ready to come up with great idea and then add some elements that you don't have and make an integrated campaign. So is there an issue or it actually works pretty well?
Right now it has worked the way that if you kind of do a little audit for your campaign, right, where it can win, and then you put your work into those categories where you feel that you have the winning opportunity. So it does happen that there's a campaign which did amazing, let's say, TV ad, amazing radio, amazing print, wins gold in all these categories, right? But it needs to be submitted then differently, and you have to, you cannot copy paste things. You have to kind of show and highlight how it fits into the category. But right now, I don't see it as a huge issue right now. But of course, the amount of campaigns being submitted every year, of course, is in a rise, because a lot of the things are not looked at, okay, let's do a single print. Everything is part of a bigger picture. So we have to be ready as a festival or as a competition to submit and to judge these works as well.
So what are other things that TULI does besides Kulmona? I know like events, I know you have your publishing, your media team as well. So what are the main areas?
I think the main areas where I can narrow it down to just like 3 categories, just to keep it simple. The first one is the exchange of information. So it comes in 2 forms. As you said, we do have our own media outlet. It's called tuli.ee, which is like it's free to read. It's marketing news, it's interviews with CEOs, CMOs. It is all like daily news, and it's daily. So we post 1 or 2 or 3 pieces, even 4 pieces per day about marketing. That is a lot of content.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
We have almost, there's one full-time person in our 3 people team who is full responsible for that. And that has helped us to kind of, a lot of the things when we get together, people are like, oh, did you read this from TULI? Did you read this? So people are like more in the same sphere. It kind of helps to build. It is like the basis for me as for the community. So and then the next level, information is not enough. It has to be connection there. So that's why we host a lot of events. We do morning seminars, we do webinars, we have our own conference, we do effectiveness awards, which is going to start now in the fall, and we have Creativity Golden Egg in the springtime. So these are kind of the main things.
As far as I know, also these kind of club visits where you kind of go actually to
so we have
offices and
so this is our most kind of unique and different event, which is like a networking event, which always takes place in a member's office.
That's cool.
So you can get to see how other people live, how their offices look like. The problem is this event is like 150 people attend. So if you have a small office, it's a very tight party. But it's actually happening tonight. So I'm missing one, but it happens 4 times a year at least, this big networking event. And so this is kind of the 2 things. And then the second thing, which is maybe not so visible, I would say, is definitely the work we do in legislation. We try to modernize our advertising act. We try to stand for ethical advertising. We represent all marketers in all the kind of ministries and government size. This is an official organization for that.
Any victories you can mention that you help to achieve?
It's coming soon.
Okay.
The biggest fight right now is to convinced that we are ready for self-regulation. We don't need a detailed advertising act telling us what can be said. What can be said, what can be done, where it can be posted. I think we are ready We are like a lot of European countries already have self-regulatory organizations. It is funded by the industry. It's, in short,
including also kind of these products categories that are like kind of alcohol or tobacco or
everything,
including
everything.
Also all these kind of type of
I think there's, if it's forbidden, it's forbidden. It has to be in the law.
Okay.
But I think in advertising right now, putting everything like in a legislation makes no sense, because as soon as it is agreed that this is the rules, they're already outdated.
Yeah.
There's no point. You can't do this on TikTok.
Every marketing team finds a way around
I think nobody wants to if the rules are clear enough. And I think it's one thing we're struggling is that has to be reasonable.
Yeah.
It has to be researched, science-based, and reasonable. Many things we don't find reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're open and honest about it. That it should be within reason. So that is the big thing and the big win I'm waiting to happen. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? But it's been a years of process. It's a long journey. But this is what we're standing for. And I think that the final pillar is something which is kind of maybe not new, but something we are now post-COVID world kind of discovering, is our international relationships. So we are part of the World Federation of Advertisers. We are soon to join more associations which are globally connected. And I know your question about it is coming, but it's kind of to help our people be more connected also industry-wise with other industries in other countries. So TULI is now creating those relationships. The same we have with Baltic Brand Forum. I don't want to organize all the events myself. I'm happy to tell we tell our members, like, this is the event you should go to, and these are the reasons why you should go there, right? Putting a delegation together, going somewhere, enjoying, just going outside of Estonia, just meeting new people. I think, and it's a combination of things of we can still do, and there's a lot to explore. It's been a couple years we've been with Baltic Brand Forum, but and also Global Marketer Week. These are we're gonna go with a delegation. So have our calendar full, not only local events, but also for you to go and network and kind of be visible internationally as well.
So kind of putting Estonian advertising agencies or brands
marketers,
on the global map is one of the, I think, thoughts or one of the visions that everyone understands that it's almost impossible to grow endlessly if you're just focusing on our small beautiful countries. So is there any other kind of ways you think that Estonia and Baltics can increase the kind of our exporting capabilities and kind of trying to win more regional global work?
Well, it's the same thing as you said about Belgium. You have to have great ideas. You have to have an environment that kind of supports it. Of course, I believe that we are building that, but I feel there's definitely something where in advertising field, I've never worked in agency. I really want to disclaim that. I come from completely different field, but I always feel that people are, export needs commitment, time, extra time. I don't feel this is an industry where you're just sitting still, like looking in the ceiling, like doing nothing. I think people in marketing are one of the busiest people I've ever kind of been working together with.
That's true.
And I think it's not the lack of like, I don't want to export or I'm not interested in export. It's the find that it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of investment. Money equals time. Time equals money to go and do the international networking, to have that connections. It's just, I just, my observation is that these are the busiest people. And for me, what I feel is just a little bit of like, it's an energy shift also, which has happened in a couple of years where I think the younger generation, maybe not so happy that it's only local clients, it's only local campaigns. They see themselves completely differently. And I think the head of agencies who have been head of agencies, let's say from 90s, 2000s, don't have that mindset yet, but the young people already have. They feel they're global citizens. They don't understand how come we cannot have a client like Coca-Cola. Like it makes no sense. I speak English. I'm creative. Like, why is that connection not there? So I feel what we're building right now will not kind of be fruitful within a year or two, or I would say 5. It's a 5+ year. It's a long-term plan. It is definitely a commitment.
So
where
patience, consistency, and it's doable. But and then the marketing association probably can just help to kind of organize these, the ties and the platform, so that it's basically for us to we just need to participate. We need to do some effort from our side, but probably you
it is organized a little bit. It's like if we go somewhere, it's like it's already we're going. Everybody, of course, makes their destiny in that location, or takes whatever they can from it. But it's we can ease out that part of it easily. And also, we're trying to build now events where, with Marketing Finland, for example, we have a tennis tournament. So it's like a sports event under our brand. So it's just like
I think that's important as well. I mean, there's
like bringing people here.
It's
personal connection based on interest, and the interest doesn't always have to be your work, right? It could be something else. So we're now kind of exploring those ideas, and we were just invited. How can we do a mutual networking event with Marketing Finland? Should we do it on Tallink boat? Right? Say, how would we do it with you guys?
Would be
right?
Quite a party.
Yeah,
can imagine that.
But why not? Why does everything has to be kind of separated and siloed? If there's a connection and kind of a mutual energy there, then definitely it could be explored. But it's a long game.
Coming back to interests.
Yeah.
We are wearing strange jerseys.
Oh yeah, yes.
Or not so strange.
Not so strange at all.
So what is happening here?
What is happening? We're in Riga right now for FIBA Europe.
What's the date? Because the podcast will be published a bit later, but it's August 28th.
It's one day before Latvia and Estonia are gonna play.
And day after yesterday, which was rough for both of our teams.
For our teams, it was rough. Well, my background is I used to play basketball for 10 years when I was 8 until I was 18. And then, I don't know, I just kind of lost connection to the sport until a couple years ago. I saw Estonian team play. I think it was 2020. We were still wearing masks at the game, I remember.
Yeah.
And I saw 2 guys I had never seen. They were young guys. And I'm like, okay, these do not look like they're playing Estonian basketball. They look like they're playing like Europe level, big game. Yeah. And just like the attitude, they were not afraid. They just looked like fun people to be around. And I got so hooked on this team, and it's been so inspiring. Unfortunately, my favorite player is not here, but I hope that...
Who is the favorite player?
Mike Kalev Kotsar, unfortunately. He got injured.
Yeah.
He got injured just before the tournament. So, I think last week. So it was like literally just before. But I'm here. I'm enjoying. Very unique experience. It's the first time I have been in Riga for 6 consecutive days. I have my family here. My partner is here. My baby is here. My mother is here. So
wow,
everybody's
that's
here.
Commitment.
That's
commitment. The whole marketing association is here.
A lot of marketers are here.
Is it true? It's about 10,000 Estonians.
Up to 15,000.
15,000 Estonians. Oh my God!
This week. So
I think there has been nothing that has attracted so many Estonians to Riga ever.
No.
Is it the first time Estonian team is playing in Eurocups?
No, it's not. We've also played last time in Milan, right?
Okay.
But this is the first time in Riga, and of course, this amount of fans definitely is unique. And I hope we're keep the city alive or like
tomorrow
intact. But I think it's tomorrow maybe we're not best friends, but it's okay.
No,
it's just one day.
I think it's the same as Latvia, Lithuania, which probably is even more tense, which comes to basketball, because Lithuania has been kind of historically, the gods of basketball, and Latvians has been the gods of ice hockey.
Yeah.
So whenever we kind of start to what do you call it, kind of engage in sports where you were not welcome. Yeah, but I think like with Estonia, we still feel that you are our. It's not. It's nice to have you in a tournament, and it's nice to see that Estonia is rising as a country.
And the fans are. It's a
and
lot
the
of
fan
fans.
base is fantastic.
And we're. I promise, we leave a lot of money here, so it's good for Riga.
That's most important. We need some more cash here.
Yes.
Recently, it has been stagnating.
Yes.
So. To your background,
yes.
I heard basketball. Yeah. I also know you heard something about filmmaking. So what is your background, and what's the journey before you actually joined TULI?
I have a very creative way how I've seen my job career. I've done a lot of different professions. I think 21 different.
What is the most weird one or the most unexpected?
I've been a poker dealer.
All right.
I've been
that helps.
I have cleaned hostels in Malaysia.
Okay.
I've been a waitress.
That's hard work.
I've been a waitress. I've been a teacher. Real estate broker. Media and film in Vietnam. So
Vietnam.
Yes. So I've done a lot of different things, but I think school-wise, I went to Baltic Film and Media School. And I graduated in 2009, which is a long time ago already. But I think there I got this drive for like storytelling and just creativity. My job is not very creative at the moment, but I do feel it's like a job of a producer. It's very similar to being a film producer. A lot of the skills you need for that. Budgeting for sure, always finding good deals, always networking. Everything is kind of it's comfortable. It's just a completely different area. And how I found myself in marketing actually was through video editing. So I was editing viral videos for a brand in Malaysia.
Viral videos only.
They had to be viral.
Oh, that's the brief.
Yeah, that was a brief. Yeah.
Okay.
So my very first video got 1 million views. It was the first video in the company that got one.
First video.
And then I went to them and I said, I thought to myself, it was not really that good. So the marketing guys must have done something.
What was the video about? Like, what's the brand, if you remember?
Yeah, it was a little clip of kind of self-help. Yeah, I was doing.
What was the twist? Like, you don't get 1 million just by putting something out there.
I think it was the title of the video, which kind of screamed at you, was that hurt people hurt people. And I think in that, it really resonated.
That's resonating, yeah.
Yeah, that resonated immediately, but still, I think marketing people had a lot to do with it. I still don't think it was attractive for me. Imagine I was a documentary filmmaker before, and it's like I could get my mother to see my films and my friends and like maybe send it to a couple of festivals. But then this clip I did in like half a day got 1 million views. So exactly what I did, I stood up, I went to the marketing department and I said, how did you get this video to get 1 million views? And they showed me how it like organically how to promote it, how it got organically viral, how it got the shares, how did they use the lookalike audiences and everything.
There's always a bit of push. It's not that you just put it out and you...
Of course it was pushed, but it was still organic 1 million, but it was pushed in the right direction. It was shared in the right kind of a moment and in the right culture. This is where I got kind of interest for marketing, and that's a little bit ways down the road. This is how I ended up in Marketing Association.
Fantastic. I think that TULI can be, happy to have a person in a managing role who actually, likes creativity, understands it, and also, as you have been educator, you understand the value of kind of educating the industry and helping people to grow.
I hope so.
That's great, and it really feels like you are very kind of you have the fire. Also, when we talked with you before, and when you came to AdWords, just to see how Latvians do the festival, and you have been very helpful also with Baltic Brand Forum that we happened to organize for quite some years, and it's always a challenge. How do we unite 3 countries under the one roof? At the same day, in the same place, but so I really feel that you are in the right place and very motivated to help Estonia.
Happy to help, because your event is so good. It's getting a lot of feedback, right, each year. So it's easy to partner with events that are actually doing well. So I know it's not easy.
Hopefully it's a win-win, Hopefully it's win-win. We really enjoy your help, and I hope you kind of feel that we are also putting a lot of effort.
Yes, you are, definitely.
to keep the experience and the level of experience in a good shape.
Yeah.
So coming back to like Estonian advertising industry and marketing industry, so what maybe are some of the struggles or some of the the kind of the changes that you can see and some of the shifts?
Actually, you're in great luck, because I have very fresh news. I met a lot of our members. Every 2 years we come together and we kind of ask, what are the biggest challenges? How can TULI help you? What are the trends that are influencing you? And it just happened. So I do have a lot of like fresh information on top of my head. But I think if I think about what every section of TULI members said, so all the ad agencies came together, design separately, PR separately. I think the main thing that we kind of navigated out is definitely a pressure on budgets, so which is really influencing the way we do work, and how people are feeling about advertising. So it's definitely an association's responsibility as well to make sure that advertising is not seen as nice to have, but a must for your business growth. So this is definitely something we still need to push more on, get more information out there, get more case studies out there, how marketing is actually making your business better. So if decline of economy, you don't want to go and take the marketing away. You don't feel it's like nice to have, but it's a must for your business.
But it's like a lifelong kind of issue. How do we persuade, company, shareholders or management team that it's one of the best investments you can do in brand building?
It's ongoing. But I think everybody in theory thought that was a theory that it happened in 2009 when everything crashed, that it doesn't happen again. But I feel the pressures are much more like different this time around. It's more complex. And the big trend, of course, everybody agreed upon is the AI and how it's actually changing the way we work, and also how clients are approaching the projects as well. So there were different kind of like challenges that were both clients and then agencies also pointed out in regards to AI. So these were the two things kind of everybody mentioned: the pressure, monetary pressure, and then.
Did you probably it's part of these two issues, but also we are now discussing also some of our biggest challenges, and one of the things is the speed, which is kind of related to budget as well, but it's basically this expectation that everything can be done in a couple of days, and if it's done in 2 weeks, it's too late, it's too slow, nobody is ready to wait for the kind of the craft that it often takes, right? And especially when AI is there, this feeling that you can just press enter and you get whatever you need is not helping too much when it comes to really kind of unique, original, and well-crafted work. Is the speed also one of the elements?
Yeah. We have, it's not launched yet, but we had merch, which one of the kind of a little label said it was needed yesterday. So it was needed yesterday kind of a mindset has been around actually for a little while, but it's definitely 100% been escalated by AI. That just the expectation of like having things being done fast rather than really like taking your time for a long-term strategy. It's the scales is
and I think
it's a little bit tipped, but I do feel it will balance itself out. I think every trend, and right now AI is of course definitely gonna fundamentally change how we work, but it's also, when we're talking about creativity, AI images already like it is not a good look, right? Everybody in advertising can.
You're still kind of in the hype phase, but it feels like it's hopefully
hopefully gonna die
normalize.
soon. And probably some brands are gonna look at okay, maybe that was a little bit embarrassing what we did, or maybe we should have done that, or but I think I understand it. I understand the excitement of it.
What's your answer to, because you can, I think, answer to this issue in two ways. Either, okay, we just become fast, we become kind of sprint runners instead of, marathon runners, which, takes more time. Or we educate, we try to kind of fight back that the time and money is needed to get better business results, to make a big influence kind of. And I think each agency has to probably position themselves or answer how we are going to respond to it. But what would be, like, if you talk with bigger brands and bigger agencies, where you think the direction should be?
Well, big brands care about where their customers are, right? And I think the way the customers are experiencing AI is a little bit different, right? They're not part of the hype, and there's a lot of concerns that too much AI content makes the brand kind of hurt even, because there's a lot of, AI has made everything kind of better. With scams are getting better, the scam emails, right? And then the scam email and the real brand email actually look the same. There's a lot of ethical questions. So I think it actually, in the end, are the not the consumers, but the client, like clients of clients, that will kind of set how it will finally be. You can't, like, I cannot have more content than it's already out there. There's people are like, the noise is so much, and AI has made everything kind of easier to make even more noise. But I think in the end it will all be settled by how we can, like an everyday person, who's your target audience, how they will feel themselves with AI, right? That's I think agencies, what is inspiring for me, that agencies are really, some of the, like, let's say, not the final work, but research work, sometimes just trying things out, just make some things easier, but faster. Faster is not needed for these people. These are very busy people. You're a busy person. I don't feel that there's need to do things even faster. So hopefully it will settle.
And back to kind of some of the best work coming from Estonia or from this year's festival. Maybe what were some of your favorite campaigns or brands that you felt are really kind of standing out and kind of fighting against just being, part of the noise?
I think I thought about it, actually. I think what was my favorite was actually the Grand Prix. And it was a design work. It's rarely a design wins a Grand Prix in Creativity Awards. It could easily go to advertising, but it was for a brand which is quite controversial. So they're building a big cultural center in Tartu. It's the second biggest town, city in Estonia. I call it little town. And so in the center of a park, greenery, taking it down, building a very big cultural center, like a new cinema, theater, whatever, everything goes in there, library. So, and the Grand Prix was won by the brand, a company or agency who did the brand for the brand design. So CVI, that's fonts. They did a custom fonts, everything.
So a lot of craft and handmade.
Yes.
Against AI and.
A lot of graft, a lot of graft went into it. It's a traditional house. It's gonna carry a lot of traditional culture. So it has a very traditional name, and so on and so forth. But I felt the brand, in contradictory to the idea we're gonna take the park down and build a huge building, was hated. Immensely hated. People started Facebook groups like, we don't want this building in our park. And that brand controversy was so loved. So it was. People did not mind the name. They liked the brand. It got the Grand Prix from us. So I like that kind of a juxtaposition, that a brand can really change and shift how you think about this big building. Is it a positive or negative thing? It is a negative thing until it's a big building. But if you add a beautiful brand to it, which makes sense, which is culturally relevant, kind of makes it okay. I think it really helped.
The shift has happened.
I feel the shift has happened. This is my hometown. There's still angry people, but I think it has helped that the brand is good quality. It's Grand Prix worthy. It is beautifully executed by the Bond design agency. Excellent work. I'm not surprised at all. It won Grand Prix.
Fantastic.
I like the cultural context around it.
And you can't please everyone.
Of course. That's the thing. But I really did feel that the brand really helped with the whole dialogue of if it's good or not to have this big center in the center of town.
Yeah, so this year, Baltic Brand Forum, also the topic that we want to celebrate or kind of discuss mostly is cultural relevance, and how do you build brand that really connects with local communities or fandoms, or builds their own kind of culture around the brand. And I think Tartu has been a good example also as a cultural capital of city, and European cultural capital, that's how it's called, also kind of doing events for 70 plus only, or just kids disco, and I think quite a lot of also fun and unexpected activities. So that will be also part of the forum, as we will have many fantastic case studies from all three countries, and also from global brands. But how important do you think is this kind of connecting to culture, or kind of not just advertising the product and the price, which is very classical thing to do, but kind of really kind of stepping outside, or really listening to people and kind of reacting to what they are asking or dreaming?
I think it should be more important than it is. Definitely. I think culture, right? Culture is everything. And it's like, it's not even stepping into it. It's like understanding that what really matters to us is not on the phone and the ads. I cannot have any more content, right?
Yeah.
But I will take a 6-day trip to Riga to see basketball. This is culture,
for the
right?
Experience and for the
I
culture.
will go to Laulupidu, which is a song festival, same as Latvian. Stand there for 8 hours in rain, sun, doesn't matter. I will cry. I will laugh. I will sing. I will do whatever. Like tapping into those things, which are not our phones, right? And I think it's increasing. It's increasingly difficult because the connection points to create organic culture are definitely for the young generations not so popular anymore. Even though there was a weird thing in Tallinn this summer, there was a complaint that teenagers are taking over the, let's say, same as you have the Esplanade Park, right? It's taking the park over.
Central Park.
Central
Park.
Skateboards
and longboards or...
No, they were talking to each other in groups and drinking and smoking. And people were pissed, and I felt actually happy. Can you imagine?
Alive. I mean,
it's alive.
What everybody does in this age, probably.
Okay, I didn't. But maybe the drugs is too much, but they're like talking to each other. So there's photography from the park. Oh my God, there's young kids. Of course, there's gonna be conflict. Of course, there's gonna be pushing the boundaries. But this is how young people communicate outside of screens, and it should. Okay, there could be done better, but it was a good sign for me. I felt like I'm not sure what culture is building here, but there's some sort of culture there. But it should be more. I agree. It should be more than it's
after this year's forum, there will be more.
I'm sure.
We try to impress and excite and encourage also Baltic brands to kind of look for their own kind of community that they should be engaging, and not trying to do what everyone else is already doing, but kind of just find their own ways or their brand roles that they can be, great citizens and of our community. I know that Estonia has done historically great work in country branding. I know that whenever I go globally, people kind of refer to Estonia as cyber capital of Europe, or land of unicorns, or digital country, voting. Whenever we have this government elections, and I put on Twitter, I hope one day Latvia follows Estonia. You can't imagine how many hate answers I get. So, what do you think how Estonia is doing today in regards to country branding, and what, like, from Estonia side, how do you see what is Latvia country brand about? Like these two questions. Wanted to hear your thoughts.
Okay, so the Estonia country brand, of course, it's Visit Estonia being part of it, but it is run it's an organized kind of attempt to build the brand. I think it has really helped that it's organized under the Enterprise Estonia.
It's quite independent organization.
And it's independent enterprise, and Estonia runs it, and it's a holistic thing. We have Estonian brand book. We have a font. We have everything kind of looks and feels the same, and the story. We cannot tell too many stories. We can only tell. And we have decided which stories we're going to tell. And we've just been telling them for many, many years. And that's the feedback you're getting.
Since I think Skype happened.
Yes, and we're telling the same thing. And if you're a small country, people don't know you. So, and they give you maybe 5 minutes of your time or something. Then you really have to make sure that everybody's saying the same thing. And it kind of makes sense, right? It makes it, when they come to Estonia, it makes sense, right? It does feel like, okay, you sold me this idea, but it actually looks like this. It is also, like beautiful nature. It is technology. Yeah. So we're not selling everything, but I feel we're selling, let's say like right things, or we're promoting right things that people are actually proud of. So if you're proud of something, then it's very easy for me to go out and say actually the same thing.
It's a real thing. It's
a real thing. It doesn't feel like it's disconnected from the people, and I think they've done a good job in that.
And also the whole e-residency thing, which is kind of fantastic, example that it's not just talking about Estonia. It's like real service, real benefit that so many people from different countries is enjoying even today. That's quite fantastic. So we always been kind of a little jealous about this Estonia's consistency and kind of also ability to keep that kind of this positioning for so many years. Because the problem is country branding often is that government changes, political parties change, and they decide, okay, we don't need this. We love our saunas. Sauna is the best. But Estonia kind of has managed. And is it partly because this there is enough freedom, independence, and it's not so dependent on this political agenda?
Yeah, definitely. There's a different passion for it, and there's a lot of work they do directly connected to associations, directly connected to entrepreneurs. So you're not selling a story again, which is not connected actually to the people who are doing business in Estonia. And the export, there are different export ambassadors in all around the world and so on. It's very organized activity, and it's just been going on for a long term. And of course, there's a lot of criticism, and I also say maybe we should change it a little bit. What is the next
creative angle,
or also what is next? What is our next story? Everybody's looking for their next story. But I think we should be grateful, of course, for the work which been already been done. And right now, of course, as you know, we do have a not so friendly neighbor. We are friendly, but
You mean
that
one?
That one definitely has not helped. It hasn't stopped us from telling our story. But it always comes with a little caveat. It's like maybe I'm not going to visit Estonia right now, or maybe I'm not going to invest right now. It's just an article last week about how investments have declined, like foreign investments. And now Swedish people have sold all their, not all, but a lot of them have sold, their land, their real estate. And so I'm not naive to say it's going extremely well, right? But I think you still have to do something.
The brand is strong, so it's basically, I think, just how do we develop it next?
Yeah, I think it's. But for Latvia's question, I thought about it.
If I ask you in one sentence, how would you promote Latvia? What would be your first impulse? How do you promote it if you are meeting guys from UK and they just are curious about Latvia? What do you say?
No.
Great basketball team, for sure.
Great basketball team, great hockey team. I don't know.
If Estonia is land of unicorns, but still kind of the essence, where do you see that Latvians are good at?
I think you're good at everything, which I don't feel any type of way of being of any different of anything. I don't know. For me, I think you're asking too close of a person.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm too close to see. For me, it's just it feels exciting, but it also feels like home to be here.
Yeah.
And I think it's very Estonian, but it could be internationally as well, that if they travel between Baltics, it feels different, definitely. But I feel just a general safe of like feeling safe, feeling actually welcomed, all these things. I think these are important. I'm not sure how easy it is to do business here, of course, and the language is so much different. You also have the song festivals, you have everything, but it's like the focus that comes to us. Maybe we're not also the target audience, so actually I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, I just don't like. I can't. Like, I can't take like one thing.
One of the things often is mentioned is connectivity, partly because of Air Baltic. Well, it's still
yes.
there.
Your airport is very important to Estonians, and thank you for that. It's a very important airport.
Connectivity factor that everything is so close when it comes to getting here, but also moving around, because it's kind of problem, but also comfort that Riga is half of the country, and it's 15 minutes drive to see. It's kind of this closeness which helps you to save time, save money, and basically kind of make things happen. So whenever we were kind of asked to formulate it, it kind of always came back to this idea of basically this kind of creative playground where it's easy to do things happen, experiment, test, and then go back to wherever you need to go. Is it global markets? Is it region?
I think it's a good story. You should tell that more, but I don't think about it because for me it's going to Riga for an airport. I don't even think I'm going to Riga to an airport. It is not like a special thing. I already feel we are connected in those days because Tallinn airport doesn't have so many connections as Riga has. So it's of course
I agree. I think
to look up to.
For people like especially from Asia, from America, if they come, I think there is definitely more things that unites us, or the kind of word that we could actually join forces as Baltics to promote us. And I think there was a nice shrine an expo this year where Latvia and Lithuania joined forces, doing Baltic Pavilion.
Okay,
I'm not sure why Estonia is not part of it.
I don't know. We didn't get the invitation this time.
But I think that's direction I see. Kind of the further we go, outside of Baltics or even Europe, I think the more it makes sense to small countries to kind of join forces and build this Baltic kind of journey or Baltic investment platform.
I think, Andris, we're being very critical of Baltics always. We're always kind of like, why aren't we working together? I think understanding our history, it makes sense that everybody tries to figure out their own thing first. Yeah. And I think we're being too critical, and it can't be, another thing, I think it can't be created like, you have to be friends, right? Or you have to have this. It has to find its way around, right? We talked about culture just couple. It has to connect a little bit more. Yeah. That Estonia needs to feel for Latvians as an extension for them, the same way, right? It has to, and then we organically come up with our mutual storytelling. I feel where we kind of we know that there's power in it. But I think there's a time and place for it when we're ready to tell the Baltic story, that it's comfortable for everybody and it doesn't feel like, okay, maybe it's like, imagine a blanket, right? That Lithuania is pulling the blanket or Estonia is. I think it just needs time. Like it's been so short of a time we've had our independent countries like this.
But I feel we are close to getting there. We are kind of, I hear more and more voices that kind of say in different industries, not just marketing or advertising or tourism, but it kind of makes sense that if we find a similar goal, we have similar ambition, that we should just
There was just statistics coming out that I think last year was the most Latvians that visit Estonia. That has been, I think, maybe ever, right? I think that was the news. I might be wrong, but it was pointed out that the neighbors we're seeing value in like now like traveling and spending our holidays and family time. And not feeling, oh, I'm just gonna go to Riga, and that's not, I should go to Spain. It's kind of
or Egypt.
I should do like I think we're starting slowly to see the actual value
yeah.
of being united. And I'm pretty sure it's just it's a matter of time.
Okay.
Like we're young enough. We're gonna.
I'm impatient. I wanna everything now.
I know, but we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
So
yeah.
To finish our
Yes.
fantastic conversation, we always ask a couple of questions to every guest, and you can't escape them.
Okay. Good.
So the first one is, which other brands do you admire besides TULI? Because that's your favorite, of course. It can be one, it can be two, but like which are like brands that you really admire and why?
Okay. I admire Apple because I can push copy on my phone and paste it on my computer.
Okay. So the connectivity and this...
No, only that.
Okay.
Just, it's brilliant.
Okay.
It's I use it every single day because I'm always on the go. I'm working on my phone, I'm working on my computer parallelly. It's amazing. It's a silly thing, but who knows? Who knows? It's a big thing for me. And the other great brand, it's I just have to. I'm not really maybe a brand fan always, like always constantly looking, and I'm appreciating. I think the creativity around brands, of course, but brands itself, it's hard to find and pick favorites. I appreciate a lot of the creative things brands are doing. But I think about my looks and what I'm wearing. So I've been wearing these earrings. These are made from eggshells. So egg. I'm wearing egg earrings.
Egg is the brand.
No, the brand is Laura Saks. It's a designer in Estonia.
Estonia, okay.
So it's made in. She worked in kitchen, so she had leftover eggshells, and she started making earrings. And I love her brand because I've been wearing this nonstop for like, let's say 100 days straight or something already. So these are my two.
A good story.
Yeah.
Sustainable. It's
Sustainable.
good design, looks good.
Yeah, it looks good, but it's just like, But brand-wise,
Very uncomplicated.
I enjoy a lot of brands, to be honest. Everything that is creative, visually good, creatively run. It's just my profession as well. It's hard to pick favorites as well.
Yeah.
But
it's okay. We got two.
Yes.
And one Estonian, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Where do you kind of get your inspiration? Because like working in the industry feels like you have to give away a lot, but we also know that we need to kind of, get those positive energy back. So what's your way? How do you get inspired? Is it books? Is it podcasts? Or you can recommend something that, you love to listen or hear?
I like to talk to people.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. I just talk to a lot of different people.
And that's the way.
That's the way to
You'll
go.
hold your batteries.
Yes. Yes. When I moved to Vietnam a couple years ago, or now already a long time ago, for me it still feels a couple years ago. Yeah. I love the fact that I could create everything from scratch. I didn't have any obligations, right? I could create everything, and I always find my biggest inspiration source are other people. So you will find me talking up a stranger rather than reading a book in a coffee shop. I'd be happy to pick up a conversation, not every day, all day, but if it's a choice, then yes. But
so not the most typical Estonian introvert.
No, definitely.
Okay, that's good.
Definitely not. And the other thing is it's been difficult this time around. I did like to come up with of like a systematic thing, because I'm working, then I'm working. And if I'm not working, I do have a 1-year-old. So I'm quite present the other times around. So I always try to be present for my family. So I'm not disconnected somehow. So yeah, it's been difficult to find the proper reading time and like proper podcasting time. I try to do those all in working hours, within working hours if it's possible.
Great. And the last one, like what's your moonshot goal, like your ambition, or something that you like looking back 10 or 20 years after, you would say, yes, I did it.
Who knows? I've done a lot of different things, but I know one thing that is driving me, and I'm 100% sure that in 10 years you will find me say the same thing. So I am run by only like one thing in the morning. And it's the sentence, it's stuck in my head for 15 years plus. And it says, you can't do the same thing and expect a different result. That's it. And 10 years from now, I have done many things. I have tried many things differently. I have tried to find each and every way possible to fulfill my dreams, the dreams of the people I work for, my family dreams, everything. I don't want to get stuck in my ways. I never want to hear myself to say, this is how things are and this is how it should be.
So just no more experiments.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Yeah, you will. In 10 years from now, I'm 100% sure I will say the same thing. Okay. And I will be happy and live a happy life that I can say that I have followed up the fact that I have always tried to do and achieve things by doing them differently. Because doing the same thing does not give you other results.
Wow, that's even inspiring to me as well, and really very relatable. I also feel like I'm being inspired by. I'm also a social animal, so I need other people to feel alive and to get some energy, and also the idea that just learning new things and being curious about everything that happens around is really helping to stay fit, creatively, but also just feed my own appetite.
Yes, exactly.
So it was really pleasure to have you in this very tiny Baltic Brand Talks podcast studio in Riga.
Yeah, last day we're friends.
Last day we're friends. Tomorrow we meet in probably different moods.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll be friends after, maybe.
But I wish you a good game tomorrow.
Yes, same.
And even if one team might lose, that's probably what will happen.
Yes.
Let's have this very respectful and friendly neighborhood that we already have is Estonia. I'm sure it will be like this. Yes. And I really think that you are in a great place, and the TULI can be proud and happy to have you with all your with everything that you have done so far, and also the ambition that you are having. So I'm once again happy to have you. I'm once again happy that TULI is Baltic Brand Forum partner.
Yes.
And we see us maybe tomorrow, maybe later this week, but we also see us in Vilnius.
Yes.
For the forum on September 26th is the main forum day. Yes. But this year, we will have a fantastic meet and greet event. Where we will meet in Mo Museum, in a beautiful contemporary arts place, and we will discuss also tourism marketing together with Tartu, Go Vilnius and Riga marketing teams. And we will interview Leila Fatar, who is the book author of the book Culture-Led Brands, which is just recently published and is perfectly fitting the theme of the forum.
Of course.
So guys, if you want to join us, book your tickets, and then we see all of us in Vilnius and enjoy a fantastic couple of days in celebrating brands and culture.
And there we then hopefully not afraid. There's an Estonian who is actually interested in talking to you as well. So you're more than welcome to say hello to each of us. We like people. We set it out. We can't back from it anymore. So everybody come and say hello to us in Vilnius.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ciao.